Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And here we are, tripping into the triple elongated pineapple zone. This place is a madhouse. All right, this third pineapple, third time's a charm, is not exactly elongated, but we now have 3 areas of possible development to watch. These are sure signs that hurricane season is starting to flip the switch and heat up. So I will be here watching them for you, bringing you every minuscule update that is of importance, and getting a new pineapple on the board is definitely a sign and important, in my opinion. Remember, we are Asteroid Fight Club, and no matter what comes our way, we will conquer it and make it through. Right now, me and Eric Webb of Weber Weather are watching Invest 90E in the East Pacific. May be worth watching this week, as a decent portion of the 0Z EPS brings it close to Hawaii within 6 to 7 days. The likelihood of 90E threatening Hawaii is heavily dependent on its intensity in 3 to 5 days. The stronger it is, the more of a threat it will be to Hawaii. So we have got multiple areas that we're watching that could present multiple threats to multiple places in the United States of America in a cyclogenesis kind of a fashion. And I'm pretty long in the tooth old hat at bringing you guys decent hurricane, depression, tropical cyclone, hybrid, whatever Genesis information. Yay, me and you and us. And I spent a whole last video before this one focusing on the 2 main ones before the new one in the Gulf just popped up. The one just off Florida, which could be a threat in about 4 days, on Friday specifically. Today's Monday right now. And then the one in the Atlantic, which would be a threat in about 8 to 10 days if it were going to be a threat. And then the new X is a new threat, but probably just threatening for heavy rain, man. And so if X marks the spot, we've got 3 different spots to watch. This would have a short amount of time to develop. This definitely has time to develop, and this absolutely has time to develop. There are things like wind shear, water temperatures. There are quite a few variables involved. So, stay on top of things. Will unemployment benefit extension be extended and solidify the safety nets of the 30 million Americans, or is Congress going to pull the plug? It's something I am super focused on, and I would highly recommend Congress doing what they can to support the people for the next 6 months, because 2020 is quite a year, man. Hey, baby, it's hot when rearview mirror starts to fall off. What? Stephanie Abrams, I want to party with you. I don't know what that means, man, but I guess that's hot. But more than 50 million people will be baking under heat alerts today, and millions of others just hot under the summer sun. So I would like to know, how would you finish this? It's hot when kitty be dripping like wax on the floorboards. I was just trying to pull out weird metaphors, and I did it. Congratulations to me. Clearly, Mark isn't the focus here. It's Comet Neowise. And if you get mad when I stuff in coronavirus updates in the middle of a weather update, go ahead and get mad. But I just want to say, now Army teams have been headed to Texas to help out, and now Navy teams are headed to Texas. So, yeah, it's real, dude. And, we see a lot of times when China and Asia gets hit hard with floods in about a month or a few weeks after the United States of America usually gets hit hard with floods and possible hurricanes. And so seeing that we are going to be in the middle of hurricane season and monsoon season, and that China's been getting some of the worst floods they've had in modern record, prayers across the board, especially to our friends in China. China issued an emergency alert for forecasts of 200 millimeters of rainfall in a day in many areas, as in some spots, 60 millimeters an hour. And that is definitely some overwhelmed infrastructure. Remember, I'm your planetary defense commander, so I like to like everybody on the planet. And technically, I think we're in a class war. And so usually people under $1 million are pretty likable. Asterisk kindness is spreading sunshine into other people's lives regardless of the weather. That's what I'm trying to do, spread sunshine into your life while keeping you safe and dry if you want to be. Catherine Provsk, You know it's summer when 46% of the continental United States land area has temperatures 90 or above. And then 37% of the continental U.S. land area has dew points 70 plus. This happened yesterday, but expect much of the same today. Just a personal tidbit in messages, I've been pestering Cranky Weather Guy to watch The Old Guard, a Charlize Theron movie, on Netflix. And I think you guys should also watch Palm Springs. I think that one's on Hulu. They both get the Astro Fight Club THORnews thumbs up. Siberian wildfires have been a major story over the last few weeks. And the wildland fires in Russia since the beginning of 2020 have reached over 19 million hectares, bigger than the area of Greece. Approximately 10 million hectares of these territories are suffered forest fires. So, China's had super major floods. Siberia is having major forest fires. And Mexico's been having a lot of volcanoes. Stromboli volcano just erupted. Japan had one major eruption the other day. Yeah, the hot weather season usually brings more troubles. And so troubles are probably on the way. Troubles and challenges. And so the support environment is unknown. I repeat, the support environment is unknown. Cranky Weather Guy talking about how the high pulls east this week. Late July, early August, trough activity will pass. Monsoon trough near Africa looks healthy. Early to mid-August, it is time to start watching the eastern seaboard. Early to mid-August. So for the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're watching kind of the Gulf Caribbean. And then in about 2 to 3 weeks, we were watching, so like this is the danger zone for now. And then this will be the danger zone in about 2 to 3 weeks. Something could squeak around the high in the 2 to 3 weeks range. Support environment unknown. And so you've got this major Azores high that most of the time had been pushing everything into the Pacific, but now, like I said, the patterns are changing. And Cranky's talking about how the Pacific pattern is changing. And so, yeah, we got 3 of those flipping X's to check out. We got 3 pineapples popping now, ma'am. And it's partially my job to ask you to stay aware, stay cool, and yeah, play defense. 2020 is going to be weird. And cheers to everybody cool out there, helping everybody keep it together and keeping a sense of humor. Cranky be talking about the Pacific continues with its significant changes. Our late July to early August trough and front activity appears likely. Thunderstorms and a drop to seasonably warm temperatures are expected. Afterward, the mid-level high probably rebuilds and heats us anew in the second week of August. So Cranky's talking about the second week of August a lot, so that's usually a sign that we should keep our eye on the second week of August. Grant's hanging out at St. Pete Beach, waiting for the sun to rise, and I'm like waiting for solar maximum to get started, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, tropical disturbances continue to round the high in the south. Heavy rainfalls coming no matter what, or as Cranky likes to call them, heavy rainfall enhancers. In this environment, any disturbance that could develop likely caps a disorganized mid-strength tropical storm. So, even no matter what, over the next 10 days, that looks like, 2 or 3 mid-strength tropical storms possible as the Atlantic is doing some interesting stuff and buttons are being hit. Remnants wrap up around the high into our trough system across mid-Atlantic and northeast mid-next week. And happy Saturn opposition day. On the 14th, Earth was directly in line with the Sun and Jupiter. And then on the 15th, it was directly in line with the Sun and Pluto. And today is Karma Day, as Earth is totally lined up with Saturn. And so, smoke them if you got them. And I hope your karma is good. I think mine's fantastic, and you guys have treated me incredibly well. I love you. So the takeaway for the Gulf is that regardless of triple pineapple development, the Gulf is going to be getting plenty of rain because plenty of deep tropical moisture is fed in, waiting for our western convergence and disturbances to arrive. Watch the lower mid-Atlantic coastal region for some forced frontal low activity. Ooh, baby. That sounds... How about some forced frontal low activity? No, okay, not. Whatever. Sometimes jokes work, sometimes they do not. Comets, heat, wildfires, there's a lot going on. And the irony is that heat makes people cranky. From the west are advancing features of interest which converge upon region and energize our local washed out fronts and troughs, increasing showers and storms late Tuesday through the rest of the week from the urban corridors and coasts. And so, we're watching for severe weather today in the Dakotas again. Do they have North Dakota poutine, or is that just in Canada? I don't know, I've become obsessed with poutine when I found out that they contain cheese curds. But yeah, there's a lot of water vapor and activity happening in this expanse of this area. And I feel super grateful because I get to be me and do what I love in 2020. What more could I ask for? Except for, a girlfriend who holds my hand every once in a while. Plus kisses. Now I got to change what I'm talking about before I start talking dumb. But look at that, man. Like Earth, Saturn, and Jupiter. I'm sorry, Earth, the comet. So Saturn, Earth, and Neowise are almost lined up. Although it looks like Neowise may have pulled out a little. But this is pretty cool planetary dimensional physical stuff happening or whatever. There's Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Earth, Neowise, all in this little. That's pretty cool. Will it affect the atmosphere and earthquakes, volcanoes? We'll see. We'll check it out. Okay. And then the comet should be putting on a show for at least 4 or 5 more days. And I'm hoping I get a miracle and somehow I get to go try and track it down. I want to see this comet. I do. It's hot, so stay cool, and I will keep bringing you the information. And now we have 3 pineapples on the board and lots of things to watch. So hats off and hearts out to everybody cool out there. I love you guys. Nerds unite. Yeah, so this is a triple pineapple alert, man. You know what to do. This ain't our first rodeo. Be prepared for wild next 6 weeks, my friends. All right, stay cool. Have a great day. I'll be talking to you when the information comes. Hit the button, baby. God bless everyone.